What are white people superior at?
Man.
Huh.
Oh, God.
The correct answer is nothing.
They just keep talking, mostly about their pets.
White people love their dogs. Like, that's all you see.
Cats, letting them get on your countertops while you're cooking. Yes.
I get that you love your pet, but like you need to take it everywhere, like everywhere. I guess, you know, hey, emotional support animals, I guess.
I don't say pets is a white people thing, but
Fuck, man, like making cereal.
making cereal isn't a white thing either. It's one of the easiest things ever. If you don't know how to make cereal, then there's no hope for you.
Casseroles.
What kind of casserole?
Tuna. It's always tuna. What do you mean? It's always tuna.
Using mayonnaise in a lot of their recipes.
This bit actually seems like a harmless, lighthearted, silly joke based on a stereotype. Can't wait for them to somehow mess this up.
Making bland food?
Italians are white, no?
Unseasoned chicken.
How you gonna start whole spice wars and don't even use seasoning on your food? I mean, come on.
Gordon Ramsay, Wolfgang Puck, Anne-Sophie Pick, Jamie Oliver, Heston Blumenthal, Alain Ducasse, Anthony Bourdain. Just say the white people that you know don't season their food.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Smelling funky.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Santa Claus. Extreme water sports.
Corn mazes.
White people are good at Santa Claus?
White people are great at having fun.
But this isn't a white people thing either. This is just a trait a lot of people of different races and ethnicities are capable of. I don't see how white people are superior here.
That's a function of white supremacy. White supremacy. White supremacy.
White people having fun is a function of white supremacy. The fuck?
Because they just don't have as many stresses as we do.
You need to live your bubble, man.
White people are very superior at their privilege and utilizing it. We do not have the privilege to do whatever and however we want to.
Like what, exactly? You say this like you're a slave or something.
Not getting arrested.
You know, I was driving down the street with, down the highway with a friend of mine who was white. When he was like, I'm just want to pull over and pee. And I'm in the passenger seat. And I was like, please don't. Because a black man thinks differently. If I pull over to the side of the road and pee, a cop is going to be right behind me to punish me.
A cop will operate onto the scene to punish you because you're black, because his racism allowed him to sense your blackness with the force. Was a cop present? Was your friend knowingly doing this in the presence of a cop, or did he check and didn't see any?
Insecurity. Pretending.
Fear.
Being fearful of nothing.
Being ignorant.
Blame.
Letting their egos control their every move.
A white person that is superior at these things isn't superior because he's white. These traits are for narcissists of all colors.
Privilege.
Privilege.
It won't hurt to use specific scenarios, unless you're saying white people are privileged in every sense.
Feeling victimized.
Playing the victim.
This entire video is not white people playing the victim.
Congratulating themselves over shit that they're incompetent at or that should have already been done.
Again, like what?
They're superior at being dicks.
Being a dick is a common personality trait among people.
Oppression.
Genghis Khan, Idi Amin, Pol Pot, Sani Abacha, Francisco Nguema, Saddam Hussein.
Gaslighting.
She says in a video that gaslights white people.
Lack of empathy.
Again, this is not a white thing. They are assigning negative attributes to people based on skin color.
Intellectualizing oppression.
Did I say oppression?
You see why oppression Olympics is dumb, yeah?
They're just creatively thinking of new ways of always staying one step ahead of other people. We get rid of slave catchers, then let's just expand the police force. That stuff to me is wild.
The first part is a trait for competitive people. The second part is confusing. Are you saying that the police are the modern equivalent of slave catchers?
Making us believe that we don't matter.
Believing that they're superior.
Feeling superior.
Thinking they're superior.
Thinking that they're superior.
Thinking that they are superior.
So this is a trait for racists and supremacists in general, not white people. A sense of superiority is a negative human trait. The fact that the people in this video think any of these things are somehow amplified by white skin color is baffling.
Self-delusion. Controlling the narrative.
What narrative? What are these people talking about? Narratives like what? Be specific.
Believe in their own press.
Marketing of white superiority.
Whether you are Republican, whether you're Democrat, whether you're conservative, like white people are really good at upholding white supremacy.
White supremacists are really good at upholding white supremacy. White supremacists. And this video and the people like you have certainly helped them in their mission.
How about claiming that, you know, they are actually a whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
This is actually the first time I'm hearing this ever. I'll have to look it up in my spare time, but assuming this is true, just for fun, does that mean there are actually no white people and therefore no white supremacy? And all the people smeared in this video are actually black, which make this video a direct insult to black people? Would this mean by this video's own racist logic that all the negative traits attributed to whiteness here are actually inherent in blackness?
So what exactly are white people superior at?
Honey, lying, stealing, and cheating.
Manipulation.
These guys just take of random negative traits and conclude that white people must have them in spades by virtue of being white.
Withholding information.
The no snitching policies for the black community, no?
Lying?
Telling lies.
What kind of lies?
The lies of history.
They say that history is written by the victor, but the victor could be replaced by the colonizer.
Conquering.
Imperialism.
Colonizing.
Colonialism.
Colonization. They might be better at that than us and everybody else, really.
They ballsy, they rose up all over the world, and they walk into everybody's house and says, oh, this is nice, I'm gonna take your shit. And they have no qualms about it. They can take anything, baby.
What white person now can do any of the things you just said?
They're real good at violence.
Violence.
Genocide.
It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
The most violent crime-ridden countries in the world now have a mostly non-white demographic. This is nonsense.
If you are white and you know this is happening and you say nothing, then you're a killer too.
You mean like no snitching, yeah? This video is riddled with condescension. I heard this silence is complicity shaming tactic people use to coerce others into activism. You can combat these things without announcing your participation, you know.
You are adopting a whole philosophy that says it's okay to do this, and part of that philosophy allows you to be ignorant, right? And they're like, oh, I didn't know.
Again, the people adapting oppressive philosophies do it because they're cruel, not because they are white. Name the most oppressive regimes in the world today and you see why this is dumb.
Taking what's not there. Taking shit.
Taking our ideas.
Copycatting.
Gentrification.
Appropriating things that do not belong to them.
You mean like how some black Americans act like they have a monopoly on black culture across the globe? Or when they act like they are part of any African culture they don't practice whenever it's time to bash white people? Or are you complaining about white people who do stuff like rap or other stereotypical black things? Or are you talking about the dead colonizers? The country that is supposed to be the biggest melting pot in the world has people complaining about cultures and ideas being taken and shared.
Taking over other people's cultures and making you believe that they invented it.
Like what?
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
Adapting and sharing, you mean?
As my grandma would say, them white folk, they'll take it if you don't copyright it.
They are very good at destruction of land, destruction of people, destruction of humanness.
Humanity, not humanness. Also, still not a white thing. This stuff has no skin color.
What exactly are white people superior at?
White people are not superior with anything.
Nothing.
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 There's nothing.
Nothing.
I don't believe that they're superior in any way, shape, or form.
Just because our skin color is different, you're no better than me, you're no smarter than me. No superiority there.
The last few seconds should have been the whole video. I get the feeling it was only left in as a cop-out because it makes everything before it pointless.